Bow.
Bow, 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 bow. Yo, welcome to a special edition of Uptown Takes, and I'm about to go into cardiac arrest for what I just saw, bro. Argentina,
Bad.
bro. Argentina
Bad.
came back down one. Felt like in the last second,
Yeah, last
bro.
5 minutes they clutched up. Super clutched
Bro,
up.
what a game! What an everything, bro. I'm still in shock. That shit was crazy, bro. I can't believe what I'm witnessing right now, bro. This is like how does it doesn't get better than this. It doesn't get better than
Yeah,
this.
it's crazy.
Ar- Argentina beats your boys England
The
2 to
makers of
1.
soccer. The makers
Yo,
of
I
football.
I called it. I said 2-1 in the last episode. I told you it'd be 2-1 Argentina, bro. I told you. Should have put
Bad.
money on that score.
Yeah, for real. Crazy.
Bro, I honestly, it was physical. It was just like getting jumped. Sort of felt like everyone was going at each other. It was like tit for tat.
Like that
It
meme. Fight
was
back. Fight back.
it,
Fight back. Fight back.
bro. It was a great game. Nobody was backing down. They left it all on the field, bro. It was something to watch, man. Something to watch.
It was a bar fight after like 16 beers.
Nah, because they were competent. So after like maybe eight, because they were still, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They still
they
had
got
their
buzz.
senses.
He just got the buzz.
Listen, man. England scored that goal. They were feeling themselves. Bellingham was talking crazy to Messi. I don't know if you saw that. He got in his face. I don't know what he said. Messi looked at
Talking
him
some
like,
hot shit.
he said, all right, say that. And
I don't know. They turned up.
boy,
You know what it
yo,
gave? It was more of a we got the lead, we're good, and then they got kind of excited because they thought they had the game in hand, which I thought they had the game in hand too, because it was pretty much over. And then they scored it 1-1. Kind of like the air went out, like damn, like not again. That's what it kind of was feeling like, at least for them, And then when Buddy scored again, it just popped. They depressed. They don't even know what just happened. They're still trying to process it. Like that pass, I told you that perfect pass because it literally went over his head. Like it was just like if he was a inch taller, that ball is deflected. And
hold
England
on.
is
Let's get to the first goal first, because we speeding. You speeding right now.
I'm
You
speeding.
speeding. You going 90. Not even. You going 110. You got to get a ticket, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna slow
Because
down.
let's talk. No. Let's talk about
The
that first
HOV
goal,
lane.
bro.
Sorry.
You're not even in the. You on the shoulder. You're not even in the lane. You on
Damn.
the shoulder. You
Yeah, the
illegal,
barricade. Oh.
bro. That first goal. You know what it felt like to me? It was like they knew Argentina was antsy. I mean, bro. Let's talk about England's goalkeeper, bro.
Yeah,
Buddy
he
was
played a
on
hell of a
demon
game.
time,
He played a hell of a game. That's even though they lost, but bro,
bro.
hell of a game, hell of a game.
Bro, like, cause they kept getting close. They kept getting close, like in the box, hitting it. He made two amazing goals. They amazing goals, amazing saves, bro. But they felt like Argentina's getting antsy. I felt like they were kind of doubling Messi. Obviously, who wouldn't? Bro, Messi passed that shit to my son Fernandez outside the box. Buddy kicked the shit out of that rock,
Yeah, he hit that shit on the money.
bro. What
What
a
is that? That's like 30
bro,
yards. I wonder
bro,
what's the distance on that.
bro. What a goal! What a pass, but what a goal by bro.
Yeah, it curved too. Like that's insane. That
Bro,
was
what a
trippy.
kick, bro.
That was
That
trippy.
was insane. And then, like you said, freaking 5 minutes later, 7 minutes later, your, your man's
Ah, showed up again.
perfect pass.
That was literally the perfect pass. That shit was green.
Bro, that was an amazing pass. Amazing header, but bro, how did the ball get there?
I'm surprised, bro. The England defender didn't like hit it
He
like he
tried.
jumped up. Yeah, but just like the off the replay, it was too like it was like a bang bang play. Like he just lobbed it and bro, header. But when you look at the replay, he didn't miss it by that much. He did not miss it by at all by that much. So it just shows that it's the accuracy, man. Like I don't know how to explain it. To get a pass like that, and bro's jumping too, so he's kicking it to the guy behind him. Like that's
Bro,
crazy.
it's like I said, it's how they drew it up basically. Like that's one of those plays where they're like, it's how they draw it up. That was an amazing play, amazing execution. You got to tip your cap, man. At the end of the day, because
Yeah,
that was just an amazing, and it was an amazing game. But talk about leaving it all on the field, bro. That was
yeah. They
something
played
to
hard. They played
watch.
super hard. They played
Amazing,
super hard. Yeah, it was hard for it was a hard for a game on both sides. Honestly.
for sure. So there's a couple of questions I want to ask you right now.
Mm.
The first question though, up for debate. 2022, Messi was on demon time, kicking it from everywhere, scoring from everywhere. Would you rather that Messi or this Messi miss the perfect pass? Because he hasn't really scored that many goals in the tournament. And fun fact, they got like 10 goals within the last 10 minutes in the whole tournament, which is insane.
That's
So
a
what
crazy
Messi you
stat.
prefer? Would you prefer the Messi that is scoring OD, or would you prefer this Messi that's basically setting up the plays, setting and giving the perfect pass to get the assist? What Messi would you prefer, 2022 or 2026?
I got 2026 for sure. 'Cause I think you can always score. You can always score. They're gonna figure out ways to stop you, but if you can uh help your team win in other ways, I think that's a little bit more valuable than just you just scoring the buckets. Because once you score the buckets and they zero in on you, what else are you doing? So, uh, what I've noticed, at least in the game, they had like a man on him. They had one guy following him, but what they really wanted to do is like don't give him as much space. I can really she's like a shrewd operator, bro. Like I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it, man. Like, bro's really handles for soccer is next level.
Next level.
So they every time he had the ball, or if it's like around that box area, they crowded him. But to set up that first goal, like he was pretty much dolly. You know what I mean? Like they just let him they would just kick it, and bro just took advantage of it and just scored. So I'd rather have the passer because I think being a pass first, you could always turn on the gear for scoring, but for the passing side of him, it's just showing that how much of a complete soccer player he is or football player he is. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
To the sport, you know what I mean. So I think he's just stamping himself as you know one of the goats, if but most definitely the goat of his generation for sure.
I'm actually a little shocked because you're the biggest hater on old people. Yo, bro, he's 30. He's 32. He's old. He's old, bro.
It's a different sport.
I don't think what you can't take a break in the sport. What are you talking
Exactly.
about? So
Exactly.
he's
You just run it up and down. It's not like hoops. You're jumping vertical and like going somewhere. You know what I mean? You are jumping vertical. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But you're not jumping 40 inches to dunk. You're not like running into another human being who's also running full speed at you. That's too many car crashes just every play. You know what I mean? Soccer's more, I'm not saying it's not as physical because you don't have gear or nothing like that, but it's more of a north south game. Don't get me wrong. Um, but they do trip each other. They do like pull each other down, hold each other. So it's
bro,
a
you're yapping right now. Hold on,
I,
you said hoops. When you say hoops, talking about basketball,
yeah, hoops. Yeah, I'm just saying like
bro, bro.
the ages. I'm just
It's
talking about overall
bro,
ages. I'm
nah,
talking about
but it's
overall ages.
way harder. It's way harder to be old and run for an hour and a half or more overtime all game. Because think about this: the moment you slip up, you're getting cooked and they scoring. You're gonna be on point the whole game, and they running. That shit ain't no basketball court.
Yeah,
That
true.
shit, that's a long ass field. Niggas ain't chilling. And basketball, you get to chill. They go to the bench. At least you can sit down. You can be like, need a breather. Yo, sub me in,
That's
sub me
different though.
out. bro. This you're not stopping. So I don't know. And you're the biggest advocate on you're old. I can't have you on my team. So you telling me you taking 39-year-old instead of a 35-year-old?
But to be fair, with this FIFA, right? They it was not like others where like they playing like every other day. They having like like 3 4 days in between these games, bro. Like he's gonna be fresh for Sunday. Like
These
he's old.
games,
Yeah,
these
yeah, for
games.
sure.
But
Yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
groups, they still
No,
play
no,
like
definitely. But what I'm saying is, um, it's a good point you mentioned about the hoop shit. So you definitely right on that. But what I'm saying, like at least for this side of like the knockout round, he's been having like 3 4 days to like recover.
to rest.
That's big. You know what I mean? So yes, he's old, 38. On paper, but it's not
39.
like 39. Whatever, he's 40. Whatever. Fuck it. Bad. The nigga is well, sorry, bro is um having like a longer. He's not as burnt out as he probably once was back in. You know what I mean? Back in the days, or probably a couple years ago, so to speak. He has at least time to breathe and recover. So now when he plays that Sunday game, it's fresh. It's a fresh like. Yes, he's old, but he's not like worn down because it's not like he's playing every other day. He has days in between to recover. So
I get it. I'm still taking 2022 Messi, not just because of the age, but talk about someone that was unstoppable. Like I'm talking about Buddy Gets the Rock. He was passing back then as well. It's not like he can never pass. It's not like he just shown this side of his game. You know what I'm saying? He was just unstoppable. Double team, triple team. He's going on everyone and he's scoring. And if he's not, he's passing as an assist. As an assist. Like Buddy was just
I think that
unstoppable.
I
You know
think
what I
that
mean?
Messi. I think that Messi was more hungry because he didn't win that. He didn't win it yet. He didn't win the World Cup yet. So
True.
he's making sure that I'm winning this for sure. This was kind of like I already won it. I know you're gonna come double team me or you're gonna do your best to take me out the game, but I can still like pass. But that Messi you're talking about is more like on some I'm a killer. I'm gonna get it done by any means by myself and and I'm gonna just put y'all on my back and that's it. I'm gonna carry us to the promised land. So yeah, definitely that Messi was a lot more hungrier. Not saying he's not hungry now, but it was more I'm gonna take over and there's no one's gonna stop me. I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna get it done regardless.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. The next question I got for you is England. They keep hitting like this brick wall. They keep making it to like the final four, and then they just can't get past the hump, to get to the finals. You think it's like a coaching thing, or you think that they're just meeting beasts and they just can't just break that wall?
No, I think they really have a good team. I just think that their road was like very daunting, bro. Like they had a gauntlet just to even get here. So if they would have beat Argentina hypothetically, and granted Spain is great, but I'm not saying they'll beat Spain, but I mean they played all these tough ass games and they was pulling it out and winning. It's just like they kind of just gassed out or not. I don't want to say gassed out because I mean, it could be that, but what I'm saying is they lost focus. Is that what, for 85th minute out of 90
Hmm.
minutes, bro.
Word.
They just like they had it like right there. It's just they kind of just it's the mental side of it. I don't think it's a lack of talent. I don't think it's a lack of depth. I think it was just the focus. So uh to answer your question, honestly, I don't want to say it's coaching either because I think the coach should be able to like reinforce that, but then the players too. So it's I don't know. It's tough, man. I think that uh it's hard to say, bro. I really think it's there. Maybe add a player, maybe get another player. I don't even think it's that. It could. I'm gonna just say coaching, bro. Because a blunder like that, like that's I don't know how to explain that. Like you literally have the game in your hands, and It tied it. All right, cool. But them tying it just knocked the wind out of like, damn. And then they scored. Now you get knocked out. And it's just like, damn. Like the players were still like how? Like we was right there. So they're on the doorstep, you know. They just gotta figure it out in the next 4 years. They're there. They just I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of like you said, you touched on a little bit. What I really agree with is just the deflatedness. Like they score that goal and they walking around like like they the bosses or like what I mean. They had an energy about them, which is I think good, but it's also like if you're gonna have that energy, you gotta close. So I definitely think it's like you said, you can't let the jab knock you out because even though it's 1-1, still 1-1. There's still OT. There's still penalties. Like we still, it's a game. Like
Leonard,
it's not over. So I think maybe a little bit of mentality thing. Not 100% sure. Like you said, it's tough. But if anything, I definitely say it's the mental game. They score the goal, they feeling themselves. Like I said, great goal. It's not like they made a mental error and he scored, bro. Amazing. You know what I mean? Amazing kick. So they just let that kind of get to them, I think, and the pressure of the moment. I mean, what can you do? Pressure makes diamonds or bust pipes, and
yeah,
they low key folded, but nothing to take away from them though, man. They played their heart out. They played a great game, but that's what champions are made of, bro. I mean, Argentina coming back again, like heart of a champion. Like shit's just it is what it is. You gotta to be the man, you gotta beat the
beat
man,
up.
and they're showing why they're gonna defend that chip. So, like I said, I think I go with the mentality thing there.
Just to add on a little bit more, I think just to even think about it is, I think it's more of a grit thing. Like Argentina was just tougher, like mentally tougher. Like, all right, we're down, but like I,
They're
I
gonna
don't know,
keep
we gonna keep going, and they kept going. They scored, and it was just like they knocked all their air out of them, and they scored again, and it was not it was game. Like it was game after as soon as they tied it, because they just got flat. Like they were so high, they're like playing hard as hell, and you know had this extra like oomph to them. As soon as they scored, it was just like, damn, they just scored at 85th minute, and then they scored like 6 minutes later. Like now it's game. Like how did we get here? We was in the lead. All we had to do was close. They couldn't even close. So I think it's like you said, mental thing. I think it's just have some toughness, have some mental like resilience. You not have that grit. Argentina has that grit. They just came back heart of a champion for sure.
for sure. All right, now enough of the glazing. There's one more game left for all the marbles. Argentina, they've like you said, they've been through the gauntlet. They're got comeback victories. They're on demon time. Not saying Spain's had it easy, but Spain's been cooking. Argentina's been playing really, really tough games. Who do you have winning the final? Argentina or Spain?
Bad, bad. It's Argentina, bro.
You got
I,
Argentina winning.
I got to, bro. Argentina. I think he leaves with a bang, and if he doesn't leave with a bang, then there's a new like. I think it's like it could be two things, right? So they lose, it's a passing of the torch, is a new power. You know what I mean? Spain is a new up and young, is up and coming, young. Now they're gonna have to worry about them for the next 12 years, 16 years. You know what I mean? Whatever the case is, right? But Argentina wins. It's kind of just stamping like, are we back to back? You're like the golden egg, officially golden egg, the golden goose. You put him up top, stamp him, and you just ride off on the sunset. I think regardless, is gonna be a change. Is either gonna be uh like passing it down to like not passing it down, but like whoever wins it, Argentina takes over for the next couple of years. Are they known to be capable of taking over, or Argentina wins and they just kind of stamp everything. Like, look, man, like back to back, Messi's a goal. You can retire now. You did everything you can for the country. Your name is stamped. I think it's that. But Argentina for sure.
Okay, I'm leaning Spain on this one. Really close game. I'm leaning on the youth, and I'm leaning on the hunger. You know, Argentina's done it. Spain hasn't done it. I think that they're ready for the challenge. I don't think they're as arrogant as like England on that like mighty and we got this. I think that they're coming through knowing exactly what they got to do, and I think they're going to perform. I don't think they're scared. I think they're ready for the moment, and I think it's theirs for the taking. I honestly do. I think Argentina's been put on the ropes. They've, battled back. You know what I mean? Counter, right hook. They've thrown big blows back. I think that if Spain gets them on the ropes, I think they keep them on the ropes and knock them down for sure. I think Spain takes it like a 2-1. I think Spain manages to get it done. I do.
It's a good take.
All right, and now for the last question, which is my favorite, because you already know how I feel about Messi. But
That
do you think Messi needs this win on Sunday to officially be stamped the GOAT with no ifs, ands, or buts? Or do you think that he's already cemented after, obviously his whole career and winning the cup in 22?
I think is already stamped. I think if he loses, it's already it doesn't put a
Does it
black
hurt?
eye on it. Nah, it's only is either it helps him or it just stays how it is. 'Cause that was the only thing he was missing, and he got it. Like he got the only thing that he was missing is that one ring. He finally got it. So now he's solidified. But if he gets this, it's more of a stamp signed off by the president. Like he's him for sure. 'Cause back to back, back to back in anything is tough. And you doing it back to back in the sport where like you mentioned earlier, you run up and down. Last time you did this, you was what? You probably just get out your prime. You're what
5.
35. He takes care of his body, so like your if you really take care of your body, your prime. I think if I recall correctly, you really tap into your prime. I think it's 28, and you start tapering off 32 physically. So those greats, they kind of know how to prolong that end of the prime. So probably like we got to see the end of his prime last cup. This is like him as a viejo and still pulling it off. And if he does it as a viejo, like yeah, he's him, bro, for sure. If anybody's debating that, it's argue with your moms or something, bro. Like you're losing that all the time, bro, for sure.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Messi to me is the GOAT. Like, bro's been professional since the womb. Like he's been playing this game forever. He gave everything to this game. Dude is just when talent, like the utmost talent ever, in the world, top tier talent, and also top tier hard work and top tier dedication. Like, bro never cheated the game. Bro put in the hours, he put in the time, and he continues to do so. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't just let his talent get him to the top and then do a little bit of work and coast. Like, bro's always reinvented himself, always pushed the boundaries, always pushed to get better, and it shows. So I think he's already cemented of 22. I think that this 2026 will really just do something for the people that say Ronaldo's the goat. Um, I think that would officially end that whole talk from that crowd. I think that they'll finally just be like, hey, it is what it is. Messi's that guy, and we move on. So I think that's the only thing it'll really do. I think it'll just end the Ronaldo's better stance.
I'll be honest, personally, I think that shit was dead when he got it.
Nah, nah. It's trust me. They're loud and proud. It's not dead. It's not even close to being dead, actually.
You think so?
From That's what I'm just telling you. What
Soccer folks.
telling you what the streets are saying.
Yeah.
They saying, "Yo, Ronaldo's that guy." But you got to think of it. Messi's like 4'11". He's
Yeah, I
not,
didn't
but
notice how
he's like
short he
five, bro.
was.
Buddy's like 5'8", bro. Ronaldo's
I
like
didn't
six
know.
three. Big difference. Like
I
Buddy could
didn't
do
know
more on
he
the
was.
field. Like there's a debate to be had. So like,
And oh, okay, I see where you're going. I didn't know
you know what I
bro was that
mean?
short. He hugged his like he hugged his goalie. And I'm like, bro, but is Messi really that small, bro? Like the goalie
Yes,
was like, come here, son, and like bear hugged him. Like dude was up to his chest. I'm like, is he the goalie's hella big or Messi is hella short? I was
right.
baffled, bro. I'm like, there's no way how he's that small, bro. No
But that's
way.
why to me Messi is really the goat because he don't have the, let's say, physical attributes. You know what I mean? Like he's not Erling. You know what I mean? Like he's not Ronaldo. He don't got those traits. He beats you off of not just skill, but hard
His,
fucking work, hard
his
training.
will.
Like he's persistent in his craft. He's like Jalen Brunson. He ain't the biggest, he ain't the strongest, but he used what he got to score and to hoop. And same thing like Messi, bro. He's gonna get it done. No ifs, ands, or buts. And that's since day one. So that's why I got him crowned, up top. But like I said, if he wins this, I think there's no debate to be had. If he doesn't, this to be a debate, but either way, Buddy's definitely one of the greatest, if not the greatest, in our generation for sure.
Bah.
Well, that was it for this take of Uptown Takes. We gonna be live Sunday right after the game to recap, the final. We might even do a little vlog vibe. We'll see the vibes, but
Ooh.
we're definitely gonna be hyped to see that game. So this is Uptown Takes, and from Uptown, we out.
We out of here. Bow.